Yeah, this might be dangerous, but I think it's going to be kind of fun. I'm going to watch myself change. Or maybe I'll change by watching myself. I've really been wanting to do that since about 5:45 this morning, and I finally did. It felt good. I don't know how I'm going to feel next, but thank you, Jeff. So, I got distracted in my last video talking about a boy, which is generally what I do, and other women that I know do a lot. Hold on, let me put this out. But what I was saying, one of the things that really I think has been taking an emotional toll upon me this week is the blow up that I had. Well, I had 2 blow ups last week. One was definitely overdue. Wasn't, I mean, really, honestly, was not a big deal. It was a big deal. But anyway, involved a boy who I'd been needing to get out of my life because he's married, okay? And then, yeah, I called him a boy, but he's like 51 years old. By the way, I'm actually liking this a lot because I don't have a therapist anymore. She got cancer. Yeah. So, and I really can't afford it in many ways. Can I afford to get rid of my neuroses? Anyway, you can tell I've already altered my consciousness just a little bit, and so things might start to get a little strange in the way I'm talking. Like, I'm wondering how I feel different. Yeah, I don't feel as witty. I had a blow up with a woman about my show called Trigger Warning. Triggers need disarming. It was the last thing that I wrote in my journal, which I showed to you earlier if you were watching it. I got triggered because she was explaining to me how she felt when she was triggered by something which I said on stage about how something she had said had triggered me. And when she said that she felt that I had used her story for dramatic effect, I crushed the glass that was in my hand, said no, no, no first. I said no, 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 as I felt the heat literally rising in my body, and then managed to, without knowing what I was doing, crush the glass that was in my hand. Thankfully, it was plastic and did not cut my hand. I crushed it and ran out the door. Then I walked around the block and I came back, and I have yet to see her again. I talked to a friend, asked if she would reach out and see if she's willing to mediate, if she'd be willing to have a conversation with me mediated. There's so much that came up for me with that from my childhood and the way that I've been treated emotionally. My emotions have very often been dismissed as drama, as dramatic, even with the police in the room, with my ex throwing my grandmother's china out the fucking 3rd-story window. And when I'm crying and asking for help from the police, he says, "Don't believe her. She's an actress. And no, that's not the ex I wrote the show about, but the first one. You know what made me just cry? I was trying to say I love you. Interesting. I thought earlier this might be one of the most intimate things that I have ever done.